It's a policy of expansion and colonization, as somebody has mentioned, and it's against international law, and that's undisputed, and it's against UK policy.
Would you boycott, as a consumer, products from Israel?
Absolutely.
Do you feel
Absolutely.
How do you feel when you use Google because they have a major research and development center in Israel? How do you feel about that?
I think it's less about an individual consumer, though. Of course, people should
but you
make
just said
the
you
choices
definitely would
they
do
make.
that. I mean, if you had a list of choices, would you radically transform your habits?
I think the
would you stop using
important thing.
Google?
I think the important thing is for the UK government to take action in line with its own policy.
Но на Украине нет фашистов. Каролина, подойди сюда. Городок галереи.
88-year-old Louis Boy Feinstein was visibly shaken and bruised as she returned from the hospital to her Coney Island apartment with her niece.
That bone, whatever you call this bone, is broken, so she needs to go see the specialist, the surgeon.
Police released these pictures of the suspect who barged into the victim's apartment on West 25th Street near Surf Street around 6:45 Christmas morning. The elderly woman was home alone, her door unlocked, as she waited for her caretaker.
She said that he grabbed her and started slapping and punching her in the face and in the head.
Police say the attack happened in Feinstein's bedroom, where the suspect rummaged through her belongings. You see the drawer left on her bed. The 88-year-old managed to press her emergency medical alert button before the suspect snatched it away and fled. Police were on their way.
How can you beat 87-year-old? You know, he has grandma probably. He has grandma. How can you hit women, and especially old women?
Detectives
This is the outside of the garage. Stinks in here.
Another issue that's now come into the forefront is this new policy by Airbnb to basically discriminate against Jews in the West Bank. They've delisted all Jewish listings in the West Bank. They do not treat anybody else in the entire world like this. It's only targeted in these Jewish communities. I think that likely runs afoul of Florida's BDS legislation. We're reviewing that now. We're also going to review how Florida interacts with Airbnb. I know that state workers are allowed to use Airbnb for official travel. That is not going to be acceptable with me as governor, and so I think Airbnb should reevaluate and reverse this policy. If they don't do that, then it's going to be rough sledding for them here in the state of Florida, and we're reviewing our options of what we can do with that.
All white-skinned individuals, including Jewish women, anyone who has white skin in America is able to benefit from white privilege, and white privilege is, in fact, a part of white supremacy.
When you talk about Jews upholding white supremacy, I mean, there are white supremacists in this country who target Jews.
Absolutely.
Right?
I mean, it doesn't change. The bottom line is that people who have white skin, including white Jews, benefit from white privilege. Is anyone, I mean, even Jewish people say that.
Suspect allegedly on an anti-Semitic rant when he targeted those victims. He is now behind bars accused of that violent crash, and it was all caught on camera. Just take a look. It all started with that attempted hit and run and then the car crash. That suspect, identified as 32-year-old Mohammed, arrested for assault with a deadly weapon using his vehicle. Happened Friday night at Oakwood and Highland in the Fairfax district. You can see the suspect get out of his car and go to the victim's vehicle. Witnesses say he yelled derogatory remarks at that victim about his religion. The suspect taken into custody without incident. Now, the drama all began moments earlier on Oakwood near La Brea when Mohammed allegedly tried to run down several men on the sidewalk. Again, he was yelling derogatory terms at those men, all of them Orthodox Jews. He missed them. He allegedly made a U-turn and then tried again, missing once again before racing off and crashing into that car.
You think I'm scared, don't you? I am scared of Allah, subhanah wa ta'ala. Allah, alhamdulillah. Allah Akbar. Subhanallah. Alhamdulillah. You're in my face. You came up to me. You're coming up to me now. Come on. Come on. No.
What are you doing here? I am preaching. You are preaching. I'm going to require you to go away.
You can never.
Okay, then I will arrest you for a breach of peace. Plain and simple.
What breach of peace?
It's what you're doing at the moment. You're causing problems, you're disturbing people's days, and you're breaching their peace. Okay, so for that to be dealt with, if you won't go away voluntarily, we will have to arrest you.
I'll tell you, this young man has the right to assembly. He can stand here, he can shout, he can alarm, and so on and so forth. He can shock and offend. Here's one witness. In his action, here beyond that.
בונדה אקורד, חלונות שחורים, פגוע שברו מקדימה, ניסה לנגח אותנו, ניסה לדרוס הולכי רגל, עבר באדומים, תדווחו לעכו, וכל מי שיכול לחסום לנו הרמטית את הכביש. עכו הוא מגיע אליכם, תיתנו רגלית, עכו.
קיבלנו, מי שעזן בקשר עין עם הרכב?
חיובי, אני אחריו. ממשיך כיוון נהריה. עכו, תקדמו אלינו, עכו, מתחיל להיות לו פאנצ'ר. הוא נכנס לעכו, לכניסה השנייה. הוא ניסה להתנגש בנו, ניידות,
מישל, משנה זה רבע שעה.
הוא מגיע מצד ימין, עכו, הוא מגיע מצד ימין מהשוליים. תהיה מוזר, כל בוא!